everyone, this is Ranger Rob and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. Yes sir, Bob. And see, today's our Monday. Sherry's at work and I've always got chores to do here. And but I wanted to kind of talk about prepping. To me, prepping is more of just kind of adjusting all the time. So we've been prepping for a long time, so whenever things have been kind of low or we can't get something in the store, we're usually in pretty good shape. However, it's really important, I think, to kind of pay attention to what they're reporting and then don't just watch one source and kind of make your own conclusions, you know, being accountable for yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah, common sense. Remember that stuff? Anyway, so one of the big things they've really been talking about is that we could have real issues with wheat and things like that, which means scarcity. I don't think it'll be like totally gone, but we're going to see super inflation on it and see scarcity and maybe rationing of how much we could buy. So we, last weekend, a couple days ago, started focusing more on sugar for baking. We bought like 25 pounds of flour, and then we bought a lot more canning jars, big ones, to store the flour stuff so it keeps longer. Built up our butter a little bit. Like I said, we're topping off, adjusting to what's being reported, making sure we have the pastas we want, making sure that we had all the baking things we needed. We need a little cocoa powder for baking and stuff like that. So we took care of all that this weekend, and we'll continue by not hoarding. And like I said, I've done videos before. I was like, quit blaming the preppers if a store gets out of stuff. It tends to be these people that wait till the last minute or wait till something actually happens, and then they start buying like crazy and really affecting the store's inventory. Where a good prepper who's been going at it for a while just tops off. Like when it comes to jars, buy 1 or 2 cases of jars that you need, even though you probably want more, and then wait till next time to do it again. And so you're not hurting other folks and you're not hurting the store's inventory, because the balance inventory in the store is kind of like understanding the seasons and all that kind of stuff. So that's why stores get out of whack so bad when we suddenly hit them with buying a bunch of products they didn't predict was going to sell so much, and then they'll be out. So yeah, it's inventory control or whatever you want to call it, or just-in-time inventory. That's what causes that problem. In the old days, stores used to have warehouses, and they used to keep tons of parts and things, and that was kind of the old way of doing business. And the new way of business, even for building jets and manufacturing stuff, was trying to do just-in-time inventory, where parts just come in as needed. And because when you own a store, like I remember I own a chain of kite stores, I'd look on the walls and I'd go, that's my money. All that stuff on the walls is my money, and I need to sell the stuff to get my money back. So it was really important to turn your money and not have all your capital tied up in assets. So yeah, when you look at it in a manufacturing way. So yeah, but topping off, that was really the big thing that Sherry and I were focused on this weekend. Felt really good about some of the things that we got our numbers up on as far as flour and sugars and stuff like that. We've always hesitated a little bit in that area because it's hard to keep and store. And so we kind of resolved that problem. And so yeah, then we went ahead and said, all right, let's start doing it. Let's build up our flour, even though we don't bake that much and stuff. And by the way, Melissa Kay, I can't remember her last name, Norris, I think, up in Washington, she's got a really good Homestead channel. We finally started doing a little bit of baking from some of the stuff that she was showing, and then she had this really cute way of doing cobblers. So we made our first peach cobbler last night, and it was really good. And so which is causing us to use much more flour and sugar, and yeah, but it's something we really needed to do. And even at our age, we're learning new tricks, and we appreciate that. All right, I better get some work done. So one of the other things I wanted to talk about is, for Sherry and I, when it comes to prepping, we're in a whole new mode. We're getting into spring and then soon summer. So if you've been watching our videos, we've been building more garden boxes, getting our hydroponics up and running, and experimenting if we can plant things a little earlier than last year, and some success and some failures. That's part of our prepping, because now that we have a freeze dryer, we have lots of canning jars, which we did over time, and what we grow here is our preps. We're going to either freeze dry it, freeze it, whatever. We got pigs this year. We didn't have those last year. That's a lot of pork. We've really built up our chicken. We really built up our beef. Pork I've been kind of holding back on because I've got a whole pig coming. So yeah, so prepping is gardening, and gardening is learning how to preserve it. So that's kind of where we're at. And so far the hydroponics are looking good. I think almost all the spinach is going to make it over there. I'll do a quick look in this greenhouse, see how things are going. This is if this makes it, I'll be so surprised. It's a tomato. It's a Cherokee purple, and it's way too early to be out here because it's still getting into the high 20s and 30s at night. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, he's looking kind of sad, but his lower leaves are actually look like they're doing okay. So we'll just see what happens. I have a whole bunch of tomato plants, so it was an experiment. Over here is where the beans have been planted, but I don't see any signs of them coming up yet. So I don't know. Floating rafts looking good. Some of the stuff's getting big enough to eat. So probably this weekend we'll start stealing some lettuce out of here. And the smaller plants here and here and around, that's spinach. So yeah, we're growing stuff even though it's still freezing at night. So pretty cool. And I got this other floating raft running. Got my first spinach on it. I was kind of concerned because this is heated water and this is regular water, so I'm kind of put a strong the spinach is just showing really good strength and growing in cold weather. So I thought, all right, we'll do spinach over here. So yeah, we're getting there, but just remember, it's all about prepping. Prepping just means being prepared. And I'm not talking disasters. It could be, but it could be just a 1 week power outage. It could be a CME from sunspots, or it could be we get attacked or something and our power goes down for a while. Being prepared just helps keep the flow of your household going smoothly, especially if you got children. Gosh, I'd really be working on my preps if I had kids at the house. But my kids are puppies and dogs, kitties and pigs. So a little easier for us. Yeah, I still got to fix this pipe. I've got a cable saw now to kind of cut off and trim those out. and then I can get the rest of it put together. I got all the parts. One of the things I'll have to do is I got to dig this hole out more, because when you put the two couplers in the pipe, you need to lift the pipe up and bend it out a little bit while you put the pieces in, so that hole's not big enough. So we'll widen it. I've been kind of waiting for warmer weather. There's no hurry. I don't have this on anymore. I got it tested. It's all running fine. So I've got quite a few weeks before we have to turn it on. I prefer to kind of wait for better weather. The spinach is doing fine here. I thought I was going to lose this guy, but he's right in the center here. We got a spinach comeback. So yeah, all those spinaches. I got one lettuce out here. It's much colder in here than in the greenhouse, so it's discolored the leaves a little bit, but I think it's just getting used to the climate. So I'm sure everything will be fine here, but we'll watch it. Like I said, it's all one big experiment. Look, another thing we've been doing is, amongst topping off our preps, is utilizing our expenditures, like the truck. You know, it's a diesel truck. Never getting rid of this. Is the last of the 7.3 liter engines, so I'll keep it till it drops and then I'll fix it. So Sherry was driving the RAV4 to work, about 20 miles each way, and she switched to the Mazda, our little Mazda 3, because it gets better gas mileage than the RAV. So also I'm finding myself, I used to always use my truck to run all my errands. If I don't need to pick up feed or anything like that, I don't need to take the dogs, I leave it home. And like I said the other day in one of my videos, I paid $127 to fill the tank in this thing, and I was really not completely filling it. I was using my Safeway card, so you only get 25 gallons, so I almost filled it up, but cut short of 25 gallons, and that hurt. So a really eye-opener is leave this beast home when I can. There's certain things, like I gotta go get more pig feed and stuff. Right now I'm getting the last of the pig feed out of here to go fill the cans in the back. Then I've got to go out and get another shipment of pig feed, more chicken feed, and yeah, but just like you, and hopefully everybody's doing it, if you can, if you have a more affordable car to use for different errands, you're probably doing the same thing I am, taking that or waiting till you have more than one thing to do to go to town or something like that, and so you're not driving as much. So yeah, I got a German Shepherd chasing a bird, and that's how she gets her exercise. Anyway, let's move on and get these this pig feed out of here and take it out to the pigs. Well, we got this beast all filled up. I'm gonna roll it back to the piggies, fill up their can, get them all fed, and find out if they've broken anything, because that's what they do. Alright guys, let me get that done. Well, we got the piggies all fed, checked on everything, checked on the chickens. Puppies are right here. Hi guys. They had fun roaming the property, chasing the pigs, getting into things, playing with balls, and finding old bones. So yeah, I don't know what I would do without 5 acres for Belle right here. When she was a puppy, we were in Arizona at the time, and that's when we kind of like, oh no, we have a very small yard. She doesn't like water, so she didn't like the pool. It's like, I'm so glad we got her 5 acres, and she uses all 5 of it. She needs it. She loves to run. Good dog, but she needed the space. So Cinder's always been a good traveling dog. She can handle small spaces, big spaces, ride in trucks, the whole works. Very patient. Good dog. And yeah, so we're very fortunate that we got her some property. So guys, really watch the news, be prepared, don't go overboard, but get that pantry. If you like to bake, make sure you have things that sustain you for your little baking. If you got certain meats or things like that, prices are only going up, so get what you can now and freeze it. And yeah, so be prepared, don't panic, no fear, just help avoid inconvenience is really what we're talking about here. So anyway guys, please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. We would certainly appreciate it, because sharing is caring, and we could use all the help we can get. So guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Our videos are made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available at Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.